Welcome everybody. Well, Instagram, I didn't turn this on. Let me turn this on. Discovering.
Your device is connected.
Your device is connected. Okay, everything is working now, right? I always have to make sure that everything is going. Hey, everybody. Welcome. I made a comment on my Instagram, but it didn't come. Hi, who is that? Hi, King. Let me move this so I can see the comments. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So, today we are going to do regular tarot, right? Today it's a different me here. Today it's the mommy me here. Simply because, right, every day we change, every day we are a different person. And so today I'm not going to do much. Today I'm just going to, oh, where is this? I'm trying to get this here. Here we go. Today we are only going to do, hi, I'm sorry. I had to get this going. All right, I got everything going now. Okay, so today we're just going to do regular tarot. I wanted to make sure that, what I had to post, I've posted everywhere. And so that is going now. Today is regular tarot. I am a little tired today. Yesterday I went really crazy. And like I always say, I try to get these to be only 30 minutes instead of 1 hour. Hi. Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Fatumata. Hi, Shanda. Hi, Nosaya. Hi. Today I am in my empowerment shirt. And everybody, you can find this brand wherever. TikTok is a little blurry. From where I am, it looks blurry. And these are things that I don't know how to change, unfortunately. So let me take a look. It is the setting is what always gets me forever. That's a little bit brighter, right? You can see me better. I am trying to figure out what to say because telling that you're beautiful is an understatement. Hello, white boy. White boy Jeff. You can say I am beautiful. I like hearing that from everybody, right? Okay, so we go. See what message we have today. Hello, Lamin Kaba. Lamin Kaba, you're not in my private accountability group. I want you to be a part of that because if I am getting rich, not if, right? When I am getting rich, I'm gonna take you with me, Lamin Kaba. Jeff, if you have a question, pretty serious question that makes sense, I will answer it. If you have a question about anything nonsensical, white boy, I'm going to come find you. So let your question make sense. Be serious as you say, and don't play with me because I'll come find you. Nobody is spared. Oh, one came up. Hey, Yama. Oops. Long time. Gambia High. Ooh, Gambia High. I love Gambia High. Was my brother Danny that accident or was he murdered? Good to see you too, Lady C. Who is Lady C? Fulber factor. Hmm. Jeff, that's a question that I cannot answer, right? The card that came off is the Chariot. Okay, everybody give me a second. Before we read the card, the first one that came off is the Chariot. So give me a moment. Let me talk to Jeff. Lend a hand society. Nice, everybody's coming back. I love that. Well, Fulber factor, I know that, but I can't remember exactly. I do know lend a hand as well. For all of us to get connected again, like I always say, please join me in my private accountability group and we can all reconnect and get back together again while we are also working on ourselves, right? So I would love that. Now, Jeff, the question you're asking me, I can't answer. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I am not a fortune teller, right? I can't look into whatever happened to you or whatever it is. Basically, what I do, so this is fun for me to do. What I do is I get the messages that we need currently to change our lives, to get to the places that we want to be, and to be the best version of ourselves. This is what I do. Now, if I know the story deeper, I can help from my own perspective, right? So you can send me a message on TikTok. You can also join my private accountability group and make a comment, and I'll send you a message through Telegram, and then we can talk and I can see how I can help, right? But I cannot go in depth in those events and tell you that it was a murder or it was an accident. Hi, Quincy. I was talking about you yesterday. We had a very powerful conversation the other day. You mentioned certain things, and I told you the resources that you need, my sister. And I didn't see you in the Telegram group, in the private group, in the accountability group. You see, these are the reasons why we are stuck. And I'm going to come for you, sister. These are the reasons why we are stuck. We are stuck because the resources are there for us, but then we don't use it. I didn't tell you, pay me this amount of money and I'll do this for you. The link is in my bio. The place you're watching me on, my account. You click the link in that bio and you will see join my Telegram group, and then you join, right? And then everything that you told me that you needed, that you're working on, I already have there, free of charge. The only thing that's not free is when you're ready to figure out how to invest the income you're having to double it so that you don't earn $300 a day. Because I remember you don't earn $300 a day and then get broke, because I have done that. Then that's something you have to invest in, right? Okay. And then O said, we were in the same class with Elaine. Daisidibe. I texted Daisidibe not long ago. Nice to see you too, O's. O's Gigi. I know that. Okay, so I'm going to read the card. But everybody that's reconnecting now, from O's, from the lady that said lend a hand, I can't remember her name. I'm telling everyone to join me in my private group. Because if I have known you before, wherever I'm going in my life, I want to take you with me. The same for you, Lamin Kaba. I'm seeing your picture, right? I don't want to be the person that gets rich because I am already rich, but I am going to be a millionaire and then have to give handouts to my friends. I'm not going to do that. When I am getting rich, I want everybody on the chat who said they knew me, Lady C, right? I want everybody who said they knew me from the chat to also say, I knew Yamafai when we were in Landahan and wherever, King Kiliba, everybody that's coming back, Jollof Tutors, GRTS. I knew her at that time, and now we're getting rich together. So everything that I am using to change my mindset, everything that I'm using to make myself money, I want all the Gambians, all the Caribbeans, all the white guys that are on my comment section to follow me, right? I'm not leaving anybody behind. Unless, of course, you want to stay where you are and be stuck and so. Then I don't know what to tell ya. Okay, let's find the Chariot. Like I said before, I am learning this deck and this book. Nene. Okay, your book is unique, be my love. Your book is unique, be. And then you can do the noise. Hi, everybody. Major Arcana. The Chariot is a major arcana, is it? Yeah, it is a major arcana. And a major arcana is a subject within the tarot deck that consists blah, 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 blah. The major arcana represents big life events. So this card is a representation of big life events. And important lessons, both individual and collective. Hi, Fanta. Okay, so the major arcana represents big life events and major important lessons, both individual and collective, that shape our lives. Okay, let us find the Chariot. The Chariot is basically something moving, right? Something going. That is the Chariot. I need to find the deck that depicts the because there's the black deck as well. Black women, black men. I am walking on download. We'll try again later. Okay, see, you can try later. But I want to see you there. I want you to join. Right? I want you to be there because you've said a lot of things that I have gone through, things that I have, things that I understand. And so I don't want you to be just on my lives and then I talk to you and then you come back and you ask me the same question. When in all honesty, every question that you ask, it is in the group. The resources are there. I have just started following your page and I can fully relate. All right, Lady Jola. Jola. I think the Jolas are one of the most powerful. Hi, Giselle, you came right on time. One of the most powerful ethnic groups when it comes to spirituality, right? The Jolas. I've always loved the Jolas. Good day, Afrocentric, right on time. Everybody's right on time. All my peoples from the group, right on time. Hi, Giselle. Hi, Giselle. The card that fell off, it fell off really quick today, is the Chariot, right? The Chariot. And I was just saying that I need to order the card deck that depicts the tarot in a more of a darker skin color Because as you know, everything that we own, everything we have is always depicted in the lightest skin color. Yes, Lady Jola, yes. My page is not like yours. Like just moments and memories. Don't worry about it, see? Right? So when you join me, then your page will end up looking like mine. Because like I always say, I'm not talented. I don't have a gift. Everything I'm doing, I learn. People come to my page and say the same thing. You're not the first person to say that. But it's a skill that anybody can learn. And I had to learn that skill of making my page the way that it is. My TikTok, where you're watching me, is very different from my Instagram. My Instagram looks a lot better. The TikTok, so what happened with my TikTok, where you're watching me now, and my YouTube as well, when I was learning content creation and I was doing psychology and Black history and African history, when I was learning all of these things together, anything that I watch, I would just cut the video, clip it, and share it on TikTok as well as my YouTube and my other Instagram account, which is the Oracles Place. That's why it looks the way it is, right? I just I just put it there. Now, my new Instagram, which is where Giselle and Fatima Tabalde are on, watching me on, is much more intentional because that's my personal and business account. And I'm telling you, it looks a lot better. Because now my content creation skills are better, lot better. Okay, let's read the Chariot. Today, I don't have nothing to scream at you for. So the Chariot, guided by our intuition. The Chariot is the structure that protects us while we are taking inspired action. As a symbol of building, Afrocentric is always laughing at me. As a symbol of building momentum, the Chariot card signals that you are beginning to create your plan of action. This could be for me as well, right? Let me read that part again. Blacker, let's pause. Blacker, from my childhood, is that you? Crazy? Pleasure to see you here. I have goosebumps just by saying Blacker. Wow. Okay, let me read this. The Chariot, guided by our intuition. The Chariot is the structure that protects us while we are taking inspired action. A symbol of building momentum. The Chariot card signals that you are beginning to create your plan of action. This card shows a man in armor at the reins and ready for battle. Yet the chariot itself is not in motion. See, you are not in motion. I'm kidding. This is because the chariot represents the solid foundation of forethought that is needed before one can jump into action. And the reason that I said I think this is for me is that when I said the people, Blacker as well, Blacker, you just came, right? But like I said, the people who are on my comment section, the people that remembered me or are reconnecting from my childhood, is creating back momentum, right? Of us getting together, creating a mastermind group. And so the momentum right now is bringing the people together in the private group where we can share ideas, share resources to get to the place that we want to be in our lives. Hotep, Hotep, Hotep Kefra, right? So that's creating momentum. I know there are certain people who are here who already have their businesses. Afrocentric, C, Giselle, they have their businesses already. Fatima Tabalde, they already have their businesses. Now the next step is actually creating that momentum, right? And so when I tell you, come inside the Telegram group, is because this is because the chariot represents the solid foundation of forethought that is needed before one can jump into action. Right now, when you join me, then we get the resources together that we need to jump into action of creating momentum, right? The pair of Sphinx, if you look at the card, you see the black and the white Sphinx. At the front of the chariot, a lion motionless on the ground, and their only sign of movement is their eyes, gazing in opposing directions. They appear to be surveying their surroundings, considering which way to go. Thank you, Kefra. Thank you. Considering which way to go. Most of us can identify with that. The majority of the time, we have everything, but then we don't know where to go or what to do. This is why coaches are necessary. This is why communities are necessary. This is why sponsors are necessary, right? In the business that I am doing. Because now Fatimata Balde is under me. I am her sponsor. I also have a sponsor. It can be also, Giselle would always say, I am her mentor and the coach, right? But I also have a coach. So what my coaches teach me, I take that and I share it. That means they appear to be surveying their surroundings, considering which way to go. The river behind the scene, a symbol of emotion, suggests the importance of awaiting intuitive guidance before taking any action. So I share motivational videos in the private group. Now, motivation by itself cannot do anything for you. Motivation gets you started, and then you get the discipline to continue going, where to the point you don't even need motivation. You already have motivation. But like I said, I believe in what Malcolm X said. You have to awaken the people first, and then you will get action. Motivation awakens your soul, it gets you going. You play it in the morning, you're ready to conquer. But now you need discipline. The river behind the scene, a symbol of emotion, suggests the importance of awaiting intuitive guidance before taking action. Now you need the discipline. Now you need to use your own intuition to feel which way to go. Not ask people questions. We're not doing that anymore. We're not going to people asking them what we should do, where our life should go, right? We're not asking tarot readers to tell us about our future. We use our own intuition because the answers are within us to get to the places that we want to be. But we need something to put our soul on fire. And this is how I learned it myself. A canopy of stars. A canopy of stars is up there. See, this is the canopy. A canopy of stars above the chariot's head represents the value of looking to the cosmos for guidance. While his armor signifies his connection to the zodiac sign, Cancer's had outer shell of protection. When it comes to looking to the cosmos for guidance, I can talk about that. But in terms of the zodiac sign Cancer, that will be somebody who knows about astrology. I don't know astrology. I don't know about zodiac signs. I haven't learned that yet. But looking into the cosmos for guidance, like I was saying, is just trusting that the answers are within yourself, that you have the answers. I cannot give you the answers. Even if I tell you, join my Telegram group, my private group, our accountability group, I'm going to be honest and tell you, when you join me there, I cannot give you the answers you need. I can give you the resources you need. I can give you the resources I use, right? I can 100% light a fire in your soul to get you going. I can show you, thank you, Pounds Queen. I can show you how to get the discipline you need. I can show you how to be consistent because these are things that I have done. I can point you into the direction where you learn about money. What is money? How to earn money. I can show you the places that you need to go to learn content creation. But you will need to find the answers within yourself in whatever you believe in. Allah, Jesus, the African ancestors, whoever, to find the belief and the power within yourself to know the direction you have to go and what you have to do in your life. Make sense? Okay, now let's go into the reading of the Chariot. So what we are doing now is creating momentum. We are creating momentum. So we start going. The Chariot is like the, how is it called? The Gambians here, when in the Gambia there's the donkey cart. The donkey cart. What is it called again? Lamin kabalo nakalotodati. The cart, the donkey cart that normally will carry some of the produces from the market or whatever heavy stuff that you have. Instead of taking a taxi, you take the donkey cart. I can't remember the name. That's basically the chariot. If you look at it in a more fancier way, it can be the horse carriage, right? It starts slowly, and then it just takes off and it's running faster. That is what we are doing today, and that's what we're talking about. So the general reading for the chariot. You are embarking on an important journey of moving forward, the next level of your life goals. But you need to believe in that. I believe in it in myself. And I know that every Gambian, I'm going to start there, every Gambian that's watching, every African that's watching, we can actually make this happen. No matter how old you are, it doesn't matter if you went to school or not, if you have a degree or not. It's actually better if you don't have a degree because then you don't overthink things, right? Because us that have been into school and all of this stuff, addicted to learning, intellectual, we can overthink things. And I learned that from a lawyer that came to one of our sessions. And I was like, oh my God, she is so right, because I do the same thing. Oh, I went to school, I have a degree, I can't do this. But somebody who hasn't gone to school to that level or have the degrees, there's nothing to overthink because there's nothing to lose, right? So you are embarking on an important journey of moving toward the next level of your life goals. You are so true. Afrocentric is an intellectual, but like myself. So we're just always overthinking. So just by the fact that you are here, You're going off at work. Blacker, you need to quit your job. Quit your job, Blacker. We don't need African men working for the system. Every single person watching me needs to quit their job. And then we make money together from home. We need to be traveling the world. We need to be going back to Africa, developing the Gambia, being able to build empires and not necessarily work for people. I absolutely hate when people tell me I'm going to work because I used to hate going to work. And I know how that feels. Respect, right? So, Black, let's connect and join my Telegram group and quit your job. Quit your job because there's a way to make money from your phone that you're watching me from. You don't need to work for people. You need money to work for you. And there are resources for that. It's about time us Gambians we learn that and not come to the European world and then work for everybody. And then we get old and then we're too ashamed to go back to the Gambia. Yes, we will link up. And then we get too old or we get too ashamed to go back to the Gambia or Africa. Why? Because we don't have enough money to show for the number of years that we have been in the West. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people cannot go back home because they don't have the house to build. They didn't learn the necessary steps to make money. A lot of semesters go back home to the Caribbean, to the Gambia, and lie to the people because they have been to H&M or to Old Navy or to the thrift store and they buy all this designer stuff. Now they have maybe $1,000. And if you change that to whatever currency, that's a lot of money. And then you go back home and you look like you're the shit. But then when you come back to the European world, and most people can only stay for a certain duration, 1 week or 2 weeks, because that's what your paycheck allows you. Now we have to tell the truth, right? Great conversation with a friend regarding you just saying, wow, Admiral Joy. I like that. I love that my name is getting into rooms that I haven't stepped foot in. Yes, COVID is coming. I have nothing saved. Forget about that. See, we need to radically change your mindset. We don't talk about those things here. Nothing is going to stop us. Absolutely nothing. You dig a hole, you put us in that hole, we are still going to earn money. See, right, my Caribbean sister? We make money at home. It doesn't matter what is happening out there. We are making money. We are earning money. You know what I mean? This is what we are doing. This is the momentum we are creating. One of my mentors say that society make us believe that we need to save money. And the little tiny bits that we have all cut from buying Starbucks. I mean, you need to cut that. Anyway, make your coffee from home. Save this, save $5, save that, save that. Listen, I used to do all of this until one of my mentors said, you don't need to save money. You need to earn more. You need to find a way to learn to earn more money and let money work for you. Not the tiny itty bitty things that you have to save that. All right, see, I'm waiting for you in the private group. We need to completely pour your mindset upside down and then refill it. I know that's a huge promise that I'm making to you, but we can do it. I've done it for myself, so I know it's possible. The chariot asks you to have a clear intention. See, I should have just read this. Let me just read it. You are embarking on an important journey or moving toward the next level of your life goals. The chariot asks you to have a clear intention, focus, and a plan of action. Sheer determination alone isn't enough to propel you toward success. Building a solid foundation and creating structure are both necessary steps before you can make big decisions. When we come together, Nene, that is a lot of noise, baby girl. Yeah, but noise, everybody. When we come together in one place, that's what we're doing. We're exchanging energy and then we're building solid foundation. Right? I've always believed that I needed to do this on my own, but it never worked. It never worked, right? So I need all of you, and you also need me, right? Because I need you to keep me accountable, and you also need me to keep you accountable. But together we can exchange resources. So we need each other to build that solid foundation, because all our businesses are the same. Doesn't matter what you do. Even if you dig holes, the business structures are the same. It just might be going different ways. If you are not sure what to tackle right now, listen to your intuition to guide you towards the next actionable step. Love and romance. Like I always say, never listen to me when it comes to love and romance. When it comes to relationship, find the people who have been married and their relationships are exceptional and let them teach you. Find the experts in relationship, let them teach you, right? I can teach you how to change your mindset. I cannot teach you how to be in a good relationship. You're moving fast in a relationship, but do you both have the same vision for the future? Create a solid foundation and establish any plans before taking this relationship to the next level. One thing I can say about that is you have to be the person that you are looking for. My mentor says this in a very brutal way, in a very painful way, and I'm going to say it directly. And he says this to men, but I think it applies to women as well. If you watch his videos, he would always say, if I was a hot bitch, would I fuck me? And this is how he tell it to us, right? Because our campus is predominantly men. If I was a hot girl, would I sleep with me? That's a nicer way to put it. But that goes for women as well. If I was a godly man, if I was a conscious man, if I was a rich man, would I want to be with me? So you need to be the person that you are looking for. You cannot look for a partner that is ambitious, that is conscious, that is mentally, emotionally mature, but you yourself, you are not mature. It goes for both men and women. Like I always say, if you're a woman and you're watching me and you believe that whatever men can do, women can also do, you need to break that mindset. Why? Because that mindset will break you. Men have their role, women have their role. And we need to embrace that. Most of the pain that we have is because we are not embracing who we are, but we want to be the next person. It's a waste of energy and a waste of time. Create a solid foundation and establish any plans before taking this relationship to the next level. I know one of the things as people, be you men or women, that we haven't been taught was how to communicate and how to sit and have the uncomfortable conversations with our partners or the people that we're dating or the people that we're looking to marry. We just look at it or each other superficially, right? We objectify each other. Women objectify men and men objectify women. The healing is for both sides. Most of us, myself included, we were never taught how to talk about money with our partners, how to talk about goals and ambitions with our partners, how to talk about, okay, how many children do you want? How many children are we going to have? If it's a man who wants to have more than one wife, we are not taught to be able to have a conversation about that. Some women are okay with that, with a man having more than one, two, three to four wives. Some women are not okay with that. But then we don't have these conversations, and then it turns out to be something very toxic. And then the men are fighting with the women, and the women are fighting with the men. But if we were taught how to have this conversation, where a man can say, I want you to be my wife, but you are not the only wife that I want. I want two wives. I want three wives. I want four wives. Are you okay with that? The woman say yes, and then you continue with the marriage. And then you make your plans. The woman say no, and then you know maybe this woman is not for me. And then you find a woman who is okay with that. Because some people say, oh, women are jealous, or women are this. No, you yourself, what did you tell your husband? Tell me, Fatimata. Right? You yourself are not communicating. We need to learn to communicate with each other and to say exactly what is in our heart. Because whatever you want, you can find it. Whatever woman you want, you can find. Whatever man you want, you can find. But there's something that you would need to sacrifice. So you have to figure out what that is. And are you ready for that? That is building the foundation. We build the foundation. But most of us, our parents and our family, are constantly telling us, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have children? When are you going to do this? Pressure, 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 pressure. Push, 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 push. But the very things, the very small things that destroy a marriage or makes a marriage stronger, nobody's telling us. I told him it's not for me. I was glad I communicated with him. Oh, it's not for you to have more than, for him to have more than one husband, more than one wife. Yeah, a lot of women don't like it. Hi, Natasha. Welcome home. You're new here. You came home. Welcome home. Career and money. I don't think I care if my husband has another wife. I don't think I care. I need time for myself anyway. One of my coaches always say that one way or the other, cheating will happen. Mentally, emotionally, something will be there. Why? Because it's there's a certain point that you go in life that you realize that we don't own our partners. They are themselves. We can't control them. right? There's a certain freedom that men have or women will have in their relationship, to the point that they know that this is my home. No matter what happens, I'm coming back here, and what I have here, I'm not going to have anywhere else. You know what I mean? And so I want a man who feels that completely free. I think from a very early age, one of the person that I dated for years is coming to mind, and that we would have been married, but my mother broke that relationship off. Trauma that we have in our families, and so I would constantly tell him, if you want to be with somebody, it's fine. Let's just communicate and talk about it. And so, even if he saw a woman who looked very beautiful, he would tell me about it and we'll laugh about it. And that really brought us so close together. We dated for about 4 or 5 years. But my mother didn't want us to be together because he was a Christian, and he turned out to convert anyway to being Muslim. And then here I am, not really as that Muslim, right? But we were so free, and we would sit somewhere, go out to eat. This was in the Gambia actually, and I would say, "Oh, look at that girl! She's so beautiful," and he would like, "Yeah, she is gorgeous," and we'll have fun about that. It was so free. I never worried what he was doing, where he was going. Nobody could tell me he was cheating, and I believed them, because I knew if he saw another woman that he liked, he would tell me. And it was just a level of freedom that I've never found. And I would talk to my ex-husband too about this. We'll talk about it. When I left the Gambia, I would always tell him, if you feel the need to be with another woman, it's fine. Let's just communicate. Why? Because I trust myself. I know that if you date me, you will never forget me, right? Because I imprint in a person's mind. You, Fatima Tabalde, will never forget me. So I have that level of trust in myself. So when I date a man, the first thing we talk about, I'll tell them, I don't want you to cheat. I don't want you to hide. If you want to date another woman or be with another woman, that is fine, as long as we communicate. And those men never leave me. And this was before I believed in myself, right? I had self-doubt. I didn't believe in myself. I hated myself, but I was still acting like that. Imagine now. Hello, Spartan Master! Hey! So nice to see you here. You need to send me a message on Telegram. Oh my God, it has been so long. That's my partner in my school. It's okay. It's nothing, baby.
I want pizza.
Okay, let's go. Even him, I used to tell him, Spartan Master, you need more than one wife. And he's like, my wife is going to kill me. I'm like, then you need a different wife. Yes, I did it. We've been talking about that for months, right? That this is what I wanted to do. I finally did it, and it's working so well. So, career and money. Empress. Fatimata, yeah. There is nothing wrong. Believe me when I tell you, there is nothing wrong with you being with a man and him looking at other women. He is going to, whether you want him or not. You might as well be in the know that he is doing that, right? You might as well be able to sit with the man and talk about the woman that he is drooling over. Imagine that power. Isn't that better than him walking with you and being with you and being so stiff and tight and trying not to look at the other woman because you are going to feel some type of way. Oh, my wife is going to, I can talk to this woman. Thank you, Spartan Master. And let me tell you something. Yes. And let me tell you something, right? What was it I was going to say? It's it's a certain power that women have and we don't know. Hi, Jesse Usman. Hi. When it comes to career and so that's the part that I have never worried about. That never bothered me. And what was it that I wanted to say in terms of a man being able to talk to you about these things, but also you being able to talk to him? It's a level of communication. Hello, husband. Hi. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, it's a level of respect. You don't want your man to be stiff around you, to feel like he needs to hide. You don't want your children even to hide from you. You want to be able to communicate with them. Yes, I'm still in HU. I am still there. I'm in the content creation campus now. And it's just as intense as the affiliate marketing. You cannot get in anymore. Send me a message on Telegram. Let's see why. I'm still there. But Look and Olay are cleansing affiliate marketing. Send me a message on Telegram. Let's see. Maybe I can tell you why. And you know, it's fascinating that we're talking about this and your husband is there. If I'm wrong, let him tell me, right? But I'm talking about from a woman's perspective and how I have always looked at it. You are moving past fast in a relationship, but let me read that again. You are moving fast in a relationship, but do you both have the same version of the future? Right? Create a solid foundation and establish any plans before taking this relationship to the next level. I believe that, oh, Facebook is, this is my belief. It's not all women who believe this. I believe that you don't own your partner doesn't own you. Being able to have conversations about anything and everything is part of building a solid foundation, right? Why? Because I actually did this, even though that relationship didn't work. Like I mentioned, he was Christian. And so my mother broke that relationship. And I didn't know that every relationship that I had after that, my mother broke them. Even my marriage, it went to hell because I was trying to build these conversations, but I didn't know that my own mother actually gave the guy a call and gave the guy's mother a call, told him things that I didn't really care about, right? But when you're able, and the way that it happened to me, when you're able to talk to your man, not about anything, right? Most of the things, and he is okay about saying, oh, look at that girl. That girl is so beautiful. If you feel jealous within yourself as a woman, that means you don't trust yourself. You, as a woman, also need to be able to complement the beauty and the power of another woman because that's a power to you. You tell a woman that they are beautiful, you feel beautiful in turn, right? But when your man is stiff, they feel that they have to hide their phone because you're saying hi to another woman. because they are saying hi to another woman. And if you see that, you're going to lose your mind. That's an elephant in the room. If your man feels like when you're walking down the street and they stop and look at another woman and go, "Ooh, wee, that's a beautiful girl," you are going to feel otherwise. That is going to be an elephant in the room. Now, imagine if you are not there. What are they going to do? But what if they can do all of that in front of you and you are in the fun with them? And you actually go to the girl and say, "My husband thinks you're beautiful." And you have fun about that. What would that do? Just imagine, right? It's a different way of thinking about things. Again, don't listen to me when it comes to relationships. I just know I did this and it worked for me and I still do it. It doesn't bother me because I know to the day you die, you will never forget me, even if we separate. But the guy is free. The guy is already free. They were born free. Men were born free. Women were born free too. However, you don't want your man to treat you. Don't treat your man that way. You don't want your man to tell you what to do all the time. You don't want your man to control you all the time. Why do that to him? You want to be free. You want to be able to go with the girls to travel. You want to you want to have girl time, right? Do events with the girls, hang out with the girls, even if you're just sitting down doing this and talking. You want all of this with your girls. Do you think he doesn't want to have that with his boys? You want to be able to have that conversation, even if he sleeps with someone. He can come back and sit and put you down and say, "Okay, so this happened." Instead of having that elephant in the room. Having elephants in the room is one of the biggest things that destroys any kind of relationships. Family, friends, and because I have had those. "Hi, greetings," and now all the guys are coming. Family, friends is that elephant in the room. That's a funny name, Black Spaghetti. Tell me if I'm wrong, the people that are watching, right? Having elephant in the room and feeling like you're going to talk to your partner, you're going to talk to your family, you're going to talk to your friends. Just recently, on Saturday when I was doing the live in the garden, the guy that you see in the background, he was saying that because I was talking about communication and love and all of that. And he said he has a friend for decades and he cannot talk to the friend because the friend gets defensive. Now, if you get defensive every time, you don't own your man's eyes. Even if you tell him, "Okay, I just want you for myself. No second wife, no third wife." He will look at other women. He will say hi to other women. He will talk to other women. Why not do it with you? Oh, spatter master, right? Why not he do it with you? Why not you two complement, empower, talk to other women together? And why not? He has a second wife. Why not? Why? Doesn't diminish your value. Let him tell you. Doesn't diminish your value at all. But this is my mentality. This is how I think about these things, right? This is how I see it. And I always say, I need time for myself. The 2, 3 days you are with the other wife, shit. You know how much money I can make? Where I can go? The things I can do? The people I can hang out with? The 2, 3 days you are with the other wife. I have time for myself. Culture men do it. They would do it to humiliate the other person. Then you don't need them. That's not the culture. That's basically you, right? That's whatever trauma we've been through in our life. And I know what I'm talking about because my mother's in that with my stepfather when he married another wife. There was all these things going on, humiliation and all of these things. And I'm like, I cannot be a part of this and I don't want to be a part of this. You don't need to be a part of what culture is doing. You do what works for you. How do you feel about yourself?
He fell down.
How do you feel about yourself? What is it you want to do? How do you want your own man to feel? What kind of life do you want to lead? Now, I didn't know I know all of these things, even though I said that, don't listen to me about relationships, right? But I believe that my relationships would have been a whole lot better if my family just let me alone. Thank you. If my family just let me alone. But they believe that I needed these men that had money or blah, 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 or all these things. And I personally never cared about that. And I didn't know that behind the scenes, most of the time when things break down, it came from my own home, my own blood. For me, that is even much more humiliating than what the culture is doing. Everything culture does is to humiliate the women. Ladies who are watching, tell me. And I know Afrocentric, we talked about this. Everything culture does, any culture, white, black, yellow, green, purple, Spanish, African, European, women are always humiliated. But then when you get to know your power, that makes it very different. That makes it very different. Now, I always had this mindset, but then listening to Ashra Goddess, I always talk about Ashra Goddess. I haven't posted her stuff in the group yet. I will. Ashra Goddess and what's her name? Shira 7. Shira will always say, let your man go. Let your man go. Why are you holding his breath? Why are you sitting on his nose? He's going to do what he wants to do anyway. And when people ask her, is your husband cheating? She's like, Shira, yeah, I love Shira 7. She's like, well, I don't know, maybe, but he's home every day, every time. So I don't know. Freedom. Freedom, like Nina Simone saying, is having no fear. And that goes to being so free, you don't have to worry if your man is cheating, talking to other women, doing this, doing that. Your mind is free to the point that no matter what happens, your man is comfortable in his heart. He is at home to talk to you instead of him holding it. That's my mentality. Let's move on. And it's part of, the vision that I said, creating a home for those who never felt at home. You cannot create a home, Spartan Master's always telling me that you're gold inside. You cannot create a home when the people around you feel like they are always walking on eggshells, regardless of what it is. I try to avoid that. Why? Because I have always hated that feeling growing up. Feeling like I cannot talk, I can't be myself, I can't be okay. Now is the time to create, this is career and money. Now is the time to create a clear, concise business plan while also taking intuitively inspired action toward your career or financial goals. Success comes with focus, determination, and clear intention. This is why your Lady Jola, I'm glad you're enjoying this. This is why the resources that I post in the Telegram group, I posted there, having focus, determination, clear intention, right? Motivation and motivational videos can start us, but then everything else is discipline. Do you have the discipline and the determination to keep going, even when it's hard? Experience is a life teacher. We keep on learning. Yes, King, we definitely do keep on learning. Right? Focus, determination, and clear intention. Do you have the discipline to keep going, even when it's hard? Relationship is not my lane, but I fully agree with transparency. Yeah. Yeah, I can teach it. I mean, now I can talk about it a lot better now that I understand that majority of the time, the ones that my parents knew that were actually good and healthy were broken down. And then I had to see that this is what has been plaguing my mind to the point that I was self-destructive to myself and to the people that came into my life. But yeah, be transparent. Have fun together. Let the man breathe. Let the man breathe. Yes, success comes with focus, determination, and clear intention. It is going to be so difficult. When I woke up today, I didn't want to do this. All right. Spartan Master in the AFM and in the affiliate marketing, we started Terminator Week. And you know how Olay teaches. And Terminator Week, my time, we are starting at 4 in the morning. So today I had to wake up at 4 in the morning for morning checkup. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to do this. But now I don't need the motivation anymore. And I'm so happy about that. Because now what I'm doing and being here every single day is discipline. Is given that there are specific people who are always here. And I cannot let them down. So I have to be here. Right? And also I have goals, things that I am determined to do. So focus. One, everything that I post in the group. So when I post before the live, that's what I'm listening to. Today I posted about Jim Rohn, where it said work on yourself. That's exactly what I was listening to. So what I listen to, that energy, I give it to you. So how you use it, that's up to you. And we were doing meditation today in Girl Hold My Hand, and Coach Stormy was saying the same thing. That yesterday she didn't want to do all that she did, and we had a heavy schedule yesterday. A very heavy schedule. Meditation at 8, wake up at Win at 9. She did a lunch call, we were on it. And then at night, She had the call with Eric Worre, network marketing professional, heavy day. And she didn't want to do all of that. But for the people who come, like I always say, and say, talk about talent is not talent, it's the discipline, right? It's the determination, it's the consistency of doing it every time, doing it every time. I've been talking about doing this live years ago. Now, look, one of my schoolmates, Spartan Master, which we started the affiliate marketing campus together, is here. Say, no, you're doing the live because we talked about it. But I was consistent in figuring out how to do it. How do I get here? How do I get the people? How do I talk to them? How do I find my own voice so that the people who actually need this message can get it? So you can find that for whatever business you're doing. Personal and spiritual. And we're still on the chariot, right? That's the message of the day. You are ready to take spiritual practice to the next level, which means you're gaining momentum in life. If we have connected, this is you. If you are in the Telegram group, this is you as well. You're ready to take your spiritual practice to the next level. Whatever you believe in, doesn't matter. Which means you're gaining momentum in life. Why? Welcome back. Why? Because one of the things that we were taught, and one of the things that I saw for my own self, when you're growing in maturity, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, right? Fitness and health, you don't have to worry about the financial because that will come and find you. Because the moment you're growing, especially spiritually, you begin to find your purpose. Your purpose doesn't just drop on your lap. The more you know yourself, the more you uncover what is it that you want to do, what is it that you like. And then the more you do it, the more you draw in the money, because there's no way the money is not coming to you when you begin to do what you love to do. You want to know your vision. This is what we're talking about, right, Natasha? Is growing spiritually, emotionally, maturing there. And then your vision will come to you. You want to know your vision, know yourself. You are your vision. When you know yourself, then you know what lights your heart on fire. That's why I tell people join my Telegram group, and then we take it from there. And then Natasha, you yourself, right? You said this is your first time here. You didn't find me by accident. The Telegram group, the link is in my bio. Join it. And you want to know your vision? This is what we work on. For free, my love. I'm not charging you nothing, right? So we can get there. It's the journey of uncovering. So ourselves as people are like what? Onions. We're like onions, right? You have to unfold the layers one by one, one by one. You heal this, and then you figure out what is the next step. You heal yourself emotionally, and then you go. You heal yourself spiritually, and then you take care of your health, right? You choose. Now, when I talk about health, I'm not talking about trend. I'm not talking about eating healthy, and I'm not talking about body weight, because we each have our preferred body weight. You have to find that for yourself. What body weight do you want to be? But when I talk about health, health is everything: relationship, mind, body, spirit, financially, overall health. Because you need a healthy relationship with all of these. Eating healthy can be a trend, but what if you don't want to eat healthy, or you can't eat healthy, or you fall off? But then when you infuse it in your life, then that changes. It becomes something completely different. Based on your intention of moving forward, you can utilize your spiritual practice to guide you to the next phase of life with confidence. Exactly what I was saying, right? To Natasha in terms of finding your vision. When I say that my vision is creating a home for people who never felt at home, that was a journey. It didn't happen one day. That spiritual journey started what? 9, 10 years ago, right? And then 5 years into it, I wrote down all the topics that I wanted to talk about when I open a YouTube channel, when I have a TikTok channel, Instagram, all of this, the things that I wanted to talk about. 5 years ago, I wrote these things down, but I still thought I needed a team, I needed a that, blah, blah, blah. Why? Because my vision was not solid yet, because I still needed work to do. I still haven't healed my relationships, platonic relationships, romantic relationships, relationship with myself, right? Understanding the relationship that I have with my family. I didn't get that vision of creating a home for people who never felt at home because I was still finding myself, figuring out who is me and what do I want to do and where my strengths are. And also, how can I find the people who can complement my weakness? Now, the book explains when the card is reversed, but like I always say, I don't read the reverse because when you read the upright, we still explain it, but I will read the reverse. The reverse chariot in a reading can suggest a lack of confidence around a specific goal or a general lack of focus or direction. It signals the end, it signals the need for a more concrete plan in order to regain momentum. Impulse control will be needed in order to grow and take action in a positive direction. The moment you have impulse control, your discipline is getting stronger because we are very impulsive in general. But if your childhood was traumatized, you are even more impulsive because then everything around you was done by impulse because you're always hyper active. What's going to happen? Who's going to hit me? What's going to this? What's going to that? This reversal may also warn of moving too quickly, missing important steps, or hesitation. Hesitation in terms of getting the resources that you need, hesitation in terms of anything that you're doing in your life, but also moving too quickly. What's coming to my mind is moving too quickly in relationships. I used to do that. And I had to realize that I was doing that because I was scared that at any point, my mother is going to break the relationship apart. And I didn't know that I was still walking with this mentality when she was far away from me. Because it is just what, last month? Yeah, last month or the month before that, that my ex-husband called me and we were talking on the phone. And he told me what my mother told him. And that was another thing that contributed to the breakdown of our marriage. And it felt like, somebody just took a knife and tore within myself. And then I realized that, wow, whenever I am in a relationship, I'll be in a hurry. Why? Because I had this feeling that anything is going to happen. Something's going to happen. It's going to break down. Because my childhood was like that. People break it down. But anyway, what is really coming to my mind now to talk about and to just close the life right? Like I said, I cannot give you relationship advice. I can't give you relationship advice. I am not a relationship expert. But also find your freedom. Freedom for yourself, freedom for your partner. You want your partner to live up to his or her highest potential. Now, this might sound like I'm giving you advice and I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to myself, right? This is the type of person that I am. I want anybody and everybody who comes close to me to live up to their highest human potential. And if that means that, and let me put a disclaimer. This has always been my mindset. Whether it will change tomorrow, next week, next month, I don't know. But from my childhood to today, this has been my mindset. So I'm speaking to you based on that. When you see me tomorrow and I'm like, oh, this man is not getting a second wife. Well, I told you so. I don't know if it's going to change, right? Because situation happens and then we change. But you want your freedom. Thank you. You want your freedom mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. I am from Earth, shorty girl. I am African. I'm from the motherland. Gambia, Senegal, Mali, everywhere. Freedom, like Nina Simone said, is having no fear. No fear. You're not fearful. Is my man cheating? Is my woman doing this? Those are all trauma, right? Those are all trauma. Most of us are so focused on what our friends and our partners and the people around us are doing to the point that we don't have the mental capacity to create, to be the creators that we can be, to live our own life, right? We're not living our life, we're living the lives of our husband. How do I know this? I couldn't live my life because I was living my mother's life in my head. Why? Because she couldn't live her life, so she wanted to live her life through me. So I wasn't able to live my own life. And I had to shed all those off and realize that this is me, right? So you want freedom for yourself. The idea that, oh, he can't do this, but I can do it. Be careful with that. Or she can't do this, but I can do it. Be careful with that. What gives you freedom? How would you find your freedom? Where things are not heavy on your head. You're not looking at what everybody is doing, but you have the mental capacity to focus on yourself, on your healing, on your well-being, on your journey, on your own career, right? Most of the time when we're living the life of our partners and our friends and whatever, it's because we don't have enough to do for ourselves. We don't have a vision and a career that sets our soul on fire. And when I talk about a career, a vision, and all of this, I'm not talking about just getting up and going to work. I'm talking about doing your life purpose. And I know that this is overused, right? But your life purpose, what is it? What is it? Where you're not so obsessed and desperate about what the next person is doing. Even though society tells us these things, this is how a man is supposed to be, this is how a woman is supposed to be. There's a lot of women who are here. There's also a lot of men. And us women, we can say, Oh, shorty girl, hi. Wow. You're like a magician. One moment I'm seeing you here. Is it yeah. On TikTok, and look here, she's on Instagram. Absolutely love you, baby girl. I need you in my Telegram group because you relate. If you could hop from TikTok and then all of a sudden you are on Instagram, we need to exchange energy and work together, my love. Whoever you are, I have no idea who she is. But we got to do this. What I was saying, to close it off, right? Right. Us women that are here, you might be married, you might be single, you might be in a relationship. Join my Telegram group, Lucky Fatty. That's the closest way to be in touch with me, because you can comment on the stuff and then we can chat. And the Telegram group, the link is in my bio. Join. And if there's something I can help you with, then we can work on that. If you're looking for a girlfriend, then I am the wrong person. Unless you can buy me a Bugatti. But what I was saying, right? Us women, we can say that there was a point in our life. You were married, you were in a relationship, but you cannot help admiring another man who looked good. Yes or no? Men can say this as well. Miss Maria. How do I do readings? Oh, shorty girl, we need to connect, my love. How do I do readings? I do collective. So I just come and then we shuffle. We find a card that speaks to the collective. And then we break that down. But like I was saying, the ladies that I hear, there was a time you were in a relationship. You're married right now. You have a partner or a spouse or a fiance, and you admired another man who looked good. It's innate. And so if that happens to you, that's me. Exactly, me too. If that happens to you, why do you think it is not normal for it to happen to men? Am I right or am I wrong? That's you too. Exactly. You see, the ladies are speaking it. Where are the guys? You see this. So it's innate. It's human nature. The man is not doing it because he's a womanizer or he's a player, or even though those things happen. Right? There are men who are players. There's the bad boy. There's this and that. But let's look at it in ourselves first as women. All of these things happen to us. And you're like, or a man talks to you and you're trying to run away from the man. Why? Because he is tempting and you are in a relationship. Do you think that doesn't happen to your partner, to the men as well? I thought I was confused. You're not confused. It's human nature, but societally, we've been told different. How do I know this? Like I said in the beginning, is because I have done this in my past relationships. Not a relationship expert, but I have done this where I actually talk to my partner about these things because it's natural human nature. You see somebody, they look good, you're fantasizing. As a woman, I'm talking to the ladies, you're fantasizing, you feel tempted, you're running away from the guy. It happens to the men as well. And there are times where men will tell us, oh, this woman is following me, or this woman is doing this. I'm trying to get away from her. And we don't believe them. Now, I'm not saying that men don't lie. They do. Hello, Kasha. First time being recognized on live. So much appreciated. Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, what? What do you mean? When you go on lives, people don't recognize you? We don't do that here. We block bots, but we talk to human beings. Well, welcome home. This is a home, and we talk about real stuff, real uncomfortable conversation. Hi, Kasha. Welcome. So I always say that how, right? Like right now, mine, I can't pronounce the name. Lee, Mina Lee. Mina Lee? Okay. Like right now, right? Look at this. This can be in any relationship. Right now, Mina Lee, right? She said she's never been on a live where she is acknowledged. Wherever I go, I want to be acknowledged. Yes, partners should be honest and be good friends. Okay, okay. A sister of mine who's actually in a relationship is talking, like I said, right? I want to be acknowledged. Your partners want to be acknowledged. Your friends want to be acknowledged. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. And you want to be understood. Mina Lee wants to be heard and to be understood, right? Why do I acknowledge Mina Lee? Because I want to be acknowledged. I want to be heard. I want to be understood. And I want to feel seen. Now imagine if these conversations you are able to sit and have them in any kind of relationship. How would that transform it? Like I said, the people who are the most traumatized are the people who can love the most because you know how it feels to not be loved. And you also know how you want to be loved. Lisa Nichols always say, you show the world how to treat you in your transformation, before you transform, when you transform, you show the world how to treat you. I want to be out there somewhere, and one day, all of a sudden, Mina Lee comes across me and say, I am Mina Lee. I came to your TikTok. You acknowledge me. Now, that might make her feel good, but I would feel seen. Now imagine if you are able to sit with your partner and they say, oh, look at that girl, so beautiful. And you make them feel at home and seen and not just throw a temper tantrum and being jealous, because jealousy is a spirit. If you're jealous of your friends, if you're jealous of your partner, people say, oh, I am so jealous, and they want to wear it as a badge. I know when I was jealous, I was traumatized. I wasn't healed because I'm from an environment where people are jealous of each other and everybody, where women hate women, not necessarily hate in the destructive word, but you're gossiping about the other woman. You're looking down on the other woman, right? Why does that happen? Because there's no self-love. When we love ourselves, we hold each other, we empower each other, we lift each other up. Admiring another woman is empowering another woman. Oh, there's something that I wanted to say, and I heard it somewhere. I somebody somewhere, and then this is the last one. It's 1 hour 30 minutes. Exactly, live, right? Fatumata, let him live. Let the man breathe. They say that why I read this research somewhere and I can't remember where, and they were saying that one of the I think this was the time that I was learning about relationships, and they said that one of the most said thing from other women is that when you see your man living and being himself, or when other women are admiring your man, that is when you love him the most. But let's look at it this way. When you're watching your partner do their work, do their career, do what they do best, doesn't that feel good? When other people are admiring your partner and you are sitting there like, they're coming home with me, doesn't that feel good to know that it's you, no matter what happens? Anyway, I know this is not a usual conversation to talk like that. You know, normally we're okay with saying, why did he do that? Why did he go over there? Why is he talking about that? But then when you go through the healing journey and you really dig deep within your soul to really understand yourself, to know why you do the things you do, why you act the way you act, why you think the way you think, then a veil, I always say this, a veil lifts, right? Something changes within yourself. Then you start to be in different environments and people that think differently. Then when you feel jealous, when jealousy arises within you, with your partner, with your friends, with other women, with other men, whatever, when that feeling arises, you're aware that that feeling is coming up. And then you can stop and then take a moment and look back. Okay, where is this trigger coming from? This trigger of pain, this trigger of hurt, this trigger of depression, this trigger of anxiety, this trigger of jealousy, this trigger of greed, this trigger of stinginess. Where is it coming from? And where did I learn it? Within my family, within my bloodline. I'm telling you things that I do to understand why is it that I feel how I feel. The one time that I knew I have changed is when I went to a store and I was talking to the ladies because I was getting stuff for myself and my daughter. And one of the ladies said, the cashiers and the tellers, they said, you feel so easy to talk to. Just your energy feels at home. And I'm around other women. That's when I knew I have truly changed. And I told them it took a lot of work. It has never been like this, right? It's empowering now to feel that other women are not coming for me and other women are not against me, because that wasn't what I was taught. First, I hated myself for a long time as a woman. When you hate yourself, when you are jealous inside, greedy, stingy, this is how you act with other people. If it is not in you, it can't come out there. It has to be within you. When you're jealous about your partner, your friends, whoever, it might be what they did, right? But also look at how are you interpreting it? Fatimata, you are interpreting it on a societal level and not necessarily from deep within yourself and what you know as a woman to be true. like you just said, but our society, so whatever action he does, you're looking at what will society say? What will society think? I cannot be this person. But that doesn't mean what society is thinking and saying is real or is true. And majority of the time is not real and it's not true. Because I believe the feminine, right? Like I always talk here. I don't talk about feminism. I talk about femininity. The feminine is the most powerful, right? But also, it all depends on what you were taught about yourself and about women. So Fatumata is that's more on a societal level. And I know this because my mother's the same, right? She's always about society, what people think, what people say, this, and that. And I had to purge that mindset out of me to really find how do I feel deep within myself when this happens, and when I go through these things. Okay, I'm done because I will keep talking. Do you want me to get one card from How to Love Yourself or the Guardian Angels? The first person to answer, that's the intuition we're going with. How to Love Yourself or Guardian Angels?
How to love yourself.
My daughter said how to love yourself. So we're going to go with what she said.
I already know how I love myself.
You already know how to love yourself?
Yes.
Okay, Mariama said yes. Mariama is my namesake. My name is Mariama too.
Why can't
How to love yourself. All right, everybody wants that. How to love yourself. This is something you can get too, and it's a deck by Louise Hay. I mean, of course, feel free to join me every time, and we do it collectively and exchange the energies. But anytime you want Nene, bye Lingadef. Noise beautiful body. Please, my love. And right? We don't want to be talking like this on the camera. Okay.
When you're done, can we get it?
How to love yourself. Okay, this one already wanted to fall. I know inwardly what is right for me. I look in the mirror and I say to myself, I deserve all good. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve joy. I deserve love. I am still going to shuffle, right? To get one out. Ooh. So many cards always want to fall. We just need one. Maybe that was the answer. Let's do 3 more shuffles and then see which one comes. If nothing comes, then that was the card. Hello, Facebook. Wish I could see all your faces. Maybe one day we will do Zoom. That was the card, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not coming out. I can't find it anymore. I wanted to see if one order will come out. So Okay, so I'll read this one. I trust the intelligence within me. I trust the intelligence within me. And then there are no problems that do not have a solution. There are no questions without answers. There are no problems that do not have a solution. There are no questions without answers. And I'll leave you this. Will you want your mind and your heart and your soul to be so free that you can create, right? You need to be free to create. Not only have I experienced this myself, but we get taught this in the real world. Because like I said, this week we are in Terminator week. And one of the things that they constantly pushing is let your mind be free. You need to be just focused on one thing. Let your mind be free. Because if you're thinking of so many other things, you can't create. One of the professors, my favorite professor, said something one time. And he said that one of the reasons why he believes that a lot of poor people are poor, and I was there. A lot of poor people are poor is because there is so much to think about. It's overwhelming. Think about school. Think about the bills. Is your husband or your wife cheating? What are the family doing? What are you going to eat? There's so much to think about. Think about the news, right? See what's talking about COVID is coming. I didn't even know that was a thing. Why? Because I'm home, working from home. You're worried, so worried about so many different things. You cannot clearly think. And I was there, right? I have seen how it felt for my mind to be so filled with stuff. And I've also experienced how it feels for my mind to be free, for me to be able to do this. Because any day now that I have regulars coming on, any day I come here and I'm not focused and I'm not here with you, you're going to know it. Because you've already seen how I act, how I talk, how I look, how I behave when I'm present here with you, when I'm focused on giving you the value that you need, on feeding your soul, right? Taking it out of myself and transferring it to you. You've already seen how that is. The same way, when I'm preoccupied, or if I'm preoccupied with my mind, in my mind, and I'm thinking about so much, you're going to know. The same way, your friends and your partners and whoever will know. But you want to be so free to create. You want to be so free to be. This is why I never liked having a job. I have never enjoyed having a job. Because every job I have had, in the beginning, I would really love it. And then eventually it will feel like something is sucking my soul. Because I didn't feel free. Just yesterday, I was having my daughter, because at night we had a call, right? Stormy Wellington and Eric Warrior about network marketing. And I took a shower. I did my facial and then took a shower. And then she ran and said, Mommy, you have only 2 minutes. And what came to mind was, this is why I want to work from home. Because within that 2 minutes, I can get water, put on my pajamas, and then come sit down and do the work that is necessary. I felt free within myself. Where is your freedom? What makes you feel free? Who makes you free? Who makes you free? What makes you free? Are you doing a job because you need to pay the bills? Are you in a relationship because you're afraid of being alone, or you need somebody to take care of you, which is another job, which can be soul sucking? The things that you do, are you doing them because it comes from here? Even though there are aspects of it that you need to do, even though you don't want it. Like I said, I didn't want to be here today because I just want to sleep. But that's the lazy me talking. Are you free? Do you feel free? Do you feel free within yourself? Or are you worried that the partner you're with, if you're not with them, you will not have a place to live? There will not be food on the table. So you need to hold on to them. Are you worried that the job that you have, that's the only way that you can make money? Are you worried about the bills that you have to pay? Worried about school, right? The kids and school and this and that and back to school and summer and fall. Are you worried about all of that? What are you worried about? Hello, Maurice. What is eating your soul? What is stopping you from being the person that you know that you can be? The man or the woman that you know deep within your soul and in your heart that you can be. For me, what was stopping me was the voices in my head, looking at everybody but myself, asking everybody questions about how my life is supposed to be, instead of looking deep within myself to understand what is it that I want. Going with everything that society says a woman is supposed to be, right? Which is all geared to the voice in my head, because the people who raised me, these are the things that they believed. And then they imparted it in me. And for a long time, for years, I couldn't be the woman that is sitting here in front of you today speaking. But then eventually I realized that I needed to be the woman that I have always wanted, the healer that I needed, and that is me here today. So who do you know that you can be and you are not that person right now? What is stopping you? Right? Are you resistant to life? Most of the time we resist. People give us love and we resist. People give us signs and advice and suggestions that's going to help us, and then we resist. Why? Because we think that what we know is the only thing that we know. Yes, on learning, right? On learning, relearning. If you listen to Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about the synaptic connections, how just learning new things gives our brain, I don't know, guilty. Oh, what are you guilty of? Afrocentric, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about on a neuroscientific level how learning new information can change our brain, right? And it starts the transformational journey of actually changing our mindset and the way that we think. Because many of us, and I know Afrocentric is saying guilty, resisting. Many of us, when we resist, right? Afrocentric is saying she's guilty of resisting. I was like that too, right? I thought I knew everything. Why? Because everybody around me acted like they knew everything and they have all the answers. Which is why now when I speak, people actually think I'm being humble, but I'm telling the truth. There is nobody on earth who has all the answers. I need you, you need me, we need each other. Why? Because that's the easiest way to unlearn and relearn, change our neurobiology, right? The way that we raise, we can all change that. But if you believe you're not going to change, resisting, we resist love, we resist help. I can love Afrocentric to death, and then I'm giving her love and I'm giving her suggestions of things that change my life. but she is resisting them. Why? Because there's something that she has not figured out within herself that resists these things. Sometimes we say, I love my partner so much. By the way, I dated a person like that. This was along my journey of not understanding all of these things. I love my partner so much, and you don't understand why they're not receiving your love. Maybe they can't receive love. They don't know how to receive. Or maybe you yourself don't even know how to receive love. Most times we don't know how to receive love. You think you are loving, but you want to give. If you say you are a giver, that means you cannot receive. Because the moment you can receive, then you're not a giver or a taker anymore. You're just neutral, right? With the utmost respect, you are my beautiful lady. Would you love me? What is this white boy talking about? White boy Jeff, what are you saying? So you hear what I'm saying, right? We resist it. You too reflecting an aspect of you. And most times we get into toxic relationships, just like Afrocentric is saying, and then we overgive to the person. We love the person, but the person is not receiving it. The reason they're not receiving it is because we ourselves, we can receive love. I was that person. That's how I used to act. That's how I used to act, right? I could give you love. Like I said, anybody who have experienced any aspect of trauma, they know how to love. I could give love for days, but I couldn't receive it. So I had to see that I couldn't receive that love from friends. Why? Because for myself, when I want to exhibit love to my family, most of them didn't know how to receive it. So I was never taught how to receive, right? And now I can. When people say, oh, you look so beautiful, it doesn't matter if I think it or not. Just because they think it, what do I say? Thank you so much. And I appreciate it a lot. And us women, if you do this, women, right, then you can't receive love. If somebody say you look good or you look beautiful or you're dressed well, and you say, oh, this, I bought it for $5. I used to do this. Oh, you look good. Oh, this here. Oh, I don't look good. It's just this. You are not receiving. You can't receive. This goes for men as well. Somebody compliments you and you can receive it. For the people in the comments, you want to show me your love? Send me a cash app. The link is in my bio. You can find my cash app. You want to show me your love? My business. Empower me through my business. I will know that you want to show me your love. Cash app me $500 right now. Let me hear the chiching coming from White Boy Jeff. Then I know what you're saying is real. Words are cheap. But you see that, right? Afrocentric, is that making sense? Oh, okay. Then you don't know how to show love. You are just bark and no bite. White Boy Jeff, you want to show your love? $500 cash app right now. Chiching, let me hear it. Then you're ready for love. Not selling it, but action. Yes, Afrocentric, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So if you date somebody or you are in a relationship and you believe whatever about that person, just know they are triggering an aspect of yourself that you haven't healed yet. And that's what they are showing you. You are jealous, they're going to trigger it because all you are going to see, be their friends, be their family, all you're going to see is whatever they do that makes you jealous. Okay, it's 2 hours. Okay, no question. So I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, Nene, we said 30 minutes, but it's so much.
Pizza!
So, no questions. I'll see you back here again tomorrow.
You get
Like I always say, if you relate to what I'm saying, join me in my Telegram group. Let's exchange energy, right? Let's exchange information, resources, learning materials to grow. Because I am not an expert. I am growing. And maybe, not even maybe, I am pretty sure you know something that I don't know. You know something that I don't know. And I want to learn. Bye, Maurice. Have a wonderful day at work. And if it's not your own business, your own venture, you need to quit that job. Make your own venture. The Telegram is Oracle's place, right? So when you go to the link in my bio, in my TikTok, you can find it. It's, Telegram, t.me/Oracle's place. When you join, you'll be there. You can find it in the link in my bio. You recognize this face, Mariama Sibo. Sibo's farm. I know the name Mariama Sibo. You're very welcome. And so, bye-bye, everybody. I post everything that I talk about in my Telegram group. It's free. We exchange resources. We learn together and we grow together. And I want everybody in the comments, everybody watching, to join me there because I need more people and everything. Yes. Bye-bye. I'll see you. Well, this is not stopping.
have the noise.
I don't like it.